A high-stakes leak, a China connection theory, and a Russian angle that's raising eyebrows. Was a top-secret signal chat infiltrated, or just incompetently handled? And what's with the sudden accusations against a US official's spouse? Let's break it all down. It all started when the Atlantic's editor-in-chief, Jeffrey Goldberg, made a bombshell claim. He was mistakenly added to a signal chat where senior Trump officials allegedly discussed potential military strikes against the Houthis. But was this really an accident? The White House, Vice President J.D. Vance, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt called it a hoax. But then, Laura Loomer came with her bombshell theory. The controversial right-wing commentator threw a new twist into the mix, suggesting a China link. She pointed the finger at Alex Wong, Principal Deputy National Security Advisor, because, get this, his wife, Candice Xu Wong, is of Chinese descent and once worked as a prosecutor on January 6 cases. Loomer tweeted, Wong is married to US attorney Candice Xu Wong, a Chinese woman who was one of the key attorneys involved in prosecuting January 6ers. She also noted Xu's past under the Obama and Biden administrations and her father's job at a Hong Kong-based satellite company. Because just as Loomer was stirring up the China angle, others were looking at Russia. Several news channels reported that Steve Witkoff, Trump's special envoy to the Middle East and Ukraine, was in Moscow when he was included in the signal chat. Unconfirmed reports cited flight records, and Russian media confirmed Witkoff's presence in Moscow. And here's where it gets interesting. Russia has a well-documented history of trying to compromise Signal, one of the few encrypted messaging apps that US officials trust for sensitive communications. If a US government official was actively using Signal while in Moscow, that raises legitimate national security concerns. The Russian intelligence apparatus has been targeting encrypted communication for years, and while Signal is generally secure, it's not invulnerable, especially if the device itself is compromised. These are all unconfirmed reports, but it does make for a thrilling spy fiction. So, what's the Trump administration doing about it? They're dismissing it outright. So where does this leave us? A classified chat got leaked. Was it an inside job, a cyber attack, or just an epic blunder? Laura Loomer wants to blame China, but she has no proof. Meanwhile, Russia's involvement raises serious concerns. One thing's clear, the Trump administration is scrambling to contain the fallout. With Rishika Radhya and Rudrishish Kanchilal, Bureau Report, India Today Global.